Alright, what is up guys? JaretCampisi with the beautiful Christina K and my good buddy Dodskis. Welcome back to the channel. Today is going to be a fun video. One of my all-time favorite mods on any motorcycle. Clear clutch cover. Don't forget you can be entered to win this bike. Patreon.com/Campisi Customs. It's always the first link in the description below. Let's get this video started. Alright, the beautiful Christina K is gracing us with her presence. She's going to do the unboxing for us. Wish her a huge congratulations in the comment section below. She got 80 million views on her YouTube channel in the past 30 days and 225,000 subscribers or something like that. She's 4K away from 1 million subscribers. It's only been 5 years to get there. Isn't that crazy?
I've been unsubscribing and resubscribing, but it hasn't changed anything.
So go wish her, well,
almost congrats.
By the time this video goes live, I think she'll have 1 million because it's been insane. But go subscribe if you haven't already to her and to Dado. He's been putting out content finally, and it's a lot of fun.
Bikes are on fire for
yeah,
some reason.
His bikes are catching on fire. But yeah, we have a lot of stuff planned. Today we're going to do this clear clutch, and then we're actually going to go ride this bitch tomorrow. It's supposed to be 50 degrees, and then we're going to put this on the dyno too. Yeah, so it's going to be a lot of fun the next couple of days here. So what?
I forgot to wear a Christmas
themed outfit. We have next week. Yeah, we have next week.
Subscribe. We're all gonna wear our Christmas outfits.
We'll do Christmas outfits. What's he got?
What do you have?
Christmas tree.
Oh,
you're getting your little Christmas tree? I love it. Look at him going up.
Next week.
Going up in the attic.
Next week, everyone's gonna be dressing up for Christmas.
Awesome. All right.
All right, today.
So today, like I said, clear clutch cover. So with this bike, we're mainly just doing bolt-ons because it's already a limited edition bike. But I wanted to do different things than we've done in the past. So yes, it is a clear clutch, but we chose colors this time.
Not just
so I'm doing a bunch of red accents. So the clear clutch cover itself is actually, it's half red, half black. If you pull it out of there, teens.
Oh.
I believe so. Yeah, you got to show the whole. Yeah, so see that? So look at how cool that is. So half red, half black for the main part, which is this right here, and then
this is gonna be right in the middle.
Red on the spring
inside.
retainer.
Look how cool that is.
Yep, it's a spring retainer, and then we went black for the interior. So we've never done these combos before. It's gonna look incredible.
Red, black, red.
And again, huge shout out to Moto Million for sponsoring this build. Get all of your parts from Moto Million. Use code CAMPISI to save yourself some money. Support your boys.
3 mods. If you're ever gonna get a Ducati.
Exhaust.
Tail tidy, exhaust,
clear clutch.
Those are the 3 that I recommend.
I would say.
And also my favorite 3.
I would say so too. The reason
least expensive to most expensive.
yeah, the reason why we left the bike apart is because we actually have to even take it more apart to get to the bolts behind this clear clutch. So after today, once this is in and all goes well, we can actually put the bike all back together, and then it'll be ready to be ridden. Also, keep in mind, when we did that first start on this bike, I totally forgot to mention it in the video. There's a soft rev limiter on this bike at 8,000 RPMs, so it actually goes all the way up to 12,000. So you were only getting about a little over half of the sound of that exhaust. So as soon as we do the tune, that will be removed, and then you'll get the full extent of this exhaust.
For the snowstorm, so we can take this outside.
Do some awesome photos and revving and videos. Yeah, that'll be badass. All right, let's get to work. Dado's got his tree up.
Oh,
look at this. This is so much more festive now.
Santa.
He's got Santa on the bike. Look at him.
One ornament.
That's amazing. And you already broke it. Awesome. All right, first order of business, getting this piece off. And unfortunately, this never even used to exist on the other bikes. Remember, we never had to do this.
Well, yeah, this is a little bit of a different configuration.
Yeah.
On the V2, but it looks like I already took these 2 bolts out.
Yeah.
We have one here, and we have one.
This thing's a lot bigger than I thought.
Here.
That's what she said.
Here, somewhere.
Yeah.
Right there.
Uh-huh.
So then the plastic piece, unfortunately I can't just pull it out of the way.
Yeah, that's what I was hoping, but I guess not.
And I do believe the fairing sits against it because
yeah, so we should probably keep it on there.
Probably just throw it out, yeah.
Yeah, perfect. All right, so we had another bolt in there, as he mentioned, one up here. He's actually moving this out of the way as well. Eventually that's going to be, I think, gone because, jeez, that fell right into the thing.
They're just like little spacers.
Remember, that's going to get replaced, that whole thing.
Okay, so do we want to keep it off?
No.
Or this is going to get replaced?
Yeah, that's going to get replaced with the one that sits here, you know, the Motocourse one.
Yeah.
But we're probably going to want to keep that covered because that doesn't really necessarily look the best with all those lines right there.
Come on.
You know?
It looks wonderful.
We'll figure it out. Finger it out.
And then this has to this has to come forward.
Holy crap.
And then this has to come out. But this line's in a way, and then also this is bolted fast, which isn't allowing this plastic.
This is why this bike is a nightmare to work on. It's so compact. You have to move everything.
I don't want to break it, but
yeah.
Look. This has to.
All right, after some finagling with those big sausage fingers, it's out. Look at that.
It's heavy.
You know what?
I like how that
I know.
looks. I love it. Look.
I would rather it not be there.
I think fairing does cover a lot of that, but if we took that off, then this would be off too, this bracket.
Yeah.
Because that's what this bolts to.
Uh-huh.
So.
Interesting.
I think we'll hear a lot of more noise out of the engine, but personally, I would want that.
I like it, just like we did with the airbox, you know? Look how freaking cool that looks.
I really like the exposed.
Yeah, that looks badass.
Maybe we can hold the fairing up to it and see how much is exposed.
Okay. Once we start putting the bike back together, we'll figure that all out.
Okay.
All right, next thing we're gonna do is loosen the front wheel chock, and we're actually gonna put it down on the side stand. The reason we're gonna do that is because this is a wet clutch, so there is oil running in there. As you can see from the oil line, now it's all draining out, which is what we wanted. And hopefully we won't get a ton of oil whenever we open this up. All right, so first thing he did was draw a little diagram here, because sometimes these bolts are different sizes. So he's just gonna take them out and put them right in the spots where they are, because these do get reused. And then we actually do have new bolts for the case cover itself, because obviously ours is 2 parts, gets bolted to the actual clutch, whatever you wanna call this itself. Well, it's like the side of the engine, really. And then this gets bolted to it. It's a 2-piece clear clutch case or cover, whatever you want to call it. So, were those different sizes yet? Or could you not tell? I guess it doesn't really matter.
Looks about the same.
They look the same so far? All right, moment of truth.
There shouldn't be oil, but
how much oil is going to come out?
In case there is.
This one doesn't sit over quite as...
Yeah, there's a little bit.
Yeah, that's not bad at all. Actually.
Still nice and green.
Mm-hmm. There you
Man,
go.
that's heavy.
That looks cool. Look at that. Looks like poop compared to the new one. All right, next step is removing the stock parts. So that is the spring retainer, and then we can get the springs out, and then we can get the pressure plate out, and that's what will get removed. There is basically like a thing in there we got to press out. I forget what it's called.
Bearing.
The bearing. Thank you very much. You're very good at remembering stuff. All right, this guy is ready to come out. It's important that you loosen those up together. Are these red springs?
These are red.
So the color on there denotes how stiff those springs are.
That's right.
Right? Different stiffnesses of the springs. My springs are very stiff. Okay.
This reminds me of the days I used to drive a lot of like built turbo cars, because they would always like burn oil, you know, or like the overflow. It literally smells like my old cars.
You got serious problems.
Yeah.
All right, is there any special way to get this out here?
You gotta twist it a little bit, because
so you mess
I
up
always
the
go
plates
clockwise.
and you can never get it back in.
Yeah, and see how these are like at an angle? Mm-hmm. They essentially fit on these angled pieces, so it has to go on a specific way.
That's actually really cool looking.
The plates haven't actually moved. I don't believe they'd have.
Oh, they always do. You don't think they
Shut
do?
up, Jaret.
And then it won't go back in there.
Look at this shaft.
Don't take that out.
Okay, sorry.
Damn it, Dado. All right, well, next step is pressing this bearing out. So he's trying to find an adapter that fits in there. I think I told him, I said by adapter, do you mean socket? Because that's what he uses half the time. Yeah. But he actually does have adapters. Look at all this shit.
Got all kinds of stuff in here.
We're gonna use this 2-ton press right here. 20 ton?
No, we're not.
20-ton press.
20-ton press.
Look at this.
Actually, we are gonna use a socket, a hardened socket.
Wow, I was right after all.
That's what we use every time.
It is. So we got this little, what is this one, a 2-ton?
I think that might be a 1-ton. It's either a 1 or a 2-ton. I don't remember. 1-ton. 1-ton.
1-ton. Can he do it? Dado Rados on the press.
That was very impressive.
Ah!
Check it out.
It's out.
Yeah.
So
now, I'm gonna just throw this in the freezer.
Okay.
While we get the other components, and I gotta get these little clips out.
Next to the beers?
Yeah.
Perfect. Old and busted, new hotness. Transferring over the clips. He's using his dental tools. He's gonna clean my teeth after this too. He's a one-man shop. Does it all. Throttles and dental tools. It's important you put those in there. You definitely want to transfer those over, or else it'll, what's it called?
It'll mar the surface.
Yeah, and it could grind that away, and eventually you don't have a clutch anymore. That's probably extreme, but it wouldn't be good. All right, moment of truth. Pulled it straight out of the freezer next to the beers. How do you know when it presses in?
It's gonna bottom out, but I want to make sure it's straight in
all
there
the way
first.
down?
Yeah.
How do you know?
You can see there's a gap. See there's a gap?
And it looks like nice and frosty.
It is.
And delicious.
It is. I'm going to put a
and refreshing.
larger socket on
at the same time. Look at that. That's really cool. Does it look good?
Yeah, it looks damn good.
Okay.
Got it pressed
We got the clips in.
I use this hardened socket, and the diameter of the socket matches where the bearing race is, and then that way you're pressing on that and not the shaft. When you're really putting some force on it. To get it started is fine, but
only girls can press on the shaft.
That's right.
All right, folks. I feel like we're forgetting something, but I can't quite put my finger on it.
I'm not forgetting shit.
Okay.
In about 7 hours.
Is it gonna go in? Oh my God, did you just get that first try? There's no way. There's absolutely no way. Is it in? We won't know, huh? There's really no way to know. It is?
Yeah.
That's the fastest you've ever done it. That was the first take, guys. When we first did this, remember it took us like 2 hours to get these things to line up?
The plates got all jammed.
Yeah, that was a nightmare. We've learned our lesson. Well, I should say Dado's learned. Look how dope that looks already.
17 clutches later.
So is it spring retainer next? You gotta remove these, put them on the new one. Oh, by the way, guys, I removed the wrapping from this. I don't know if it's showing up, hold on. There it is, look at that. That is beautiful. And it's gonna match that as well.
Even the springs are red.
And even the springs are red. All right, he put just a tiny dab of blue Loctite on there, just for shits and gigs. And then for the lettering, he was asking me if there was any special way to line it up, and I just said make sure that two of the same things aren't next to each other.
No, I said how would you like it lined up?
Yeah, but I was saying
it doesn't matter where you put it.
That way it doesn't look tacky, you know what I'm saying?
It's so tacky.
That was just for looks. But look at that already. Ooh, mama. All right, so per the Duca Bike Instrucciones online, it's 10 Newton meters to tighten those things down, which feels insanely light. Dado, do you want to hold this and I'll test it, make sure it works? We did already try it, but if you don't have the clutch plates aligned correctly, when you press this, it will not go in. Like the actual clutch lever won't pull in. So if there's any type of strain at all against this, if it doesn't do this, just like normal, then you don't have it in right. That's the one way to know how, unless she tells you it doesn't feel good. That's the other way to know you don't have it in right. Next thing we're gonna do is they give you a new O-ring for the inside, but for the larger one, they just want you to reuse the stock O-ring. And these can be dirty, so he's gonna pull that out. We'll clean it and then re-lube it, and then that will go on the big end. And then you can see the new setup right here. Look at that, black on red. Look how freaking good that looks. I love red and black, especially with that together. And then there's an O-ring in between these. They give you new bolts right here, the black guys. We'll reuse those, or not reuse them. We'll use the new ones. Oh, Dado, look.
Oh.
They're different sizes.
Yes, they aren't.
Interesting. Why would they be different sizes?
Because there are different, well, I think it's
That's
these.
weird. Yeah. Why'd they give you that one bigger one?
Probably.
I need to figure that out. Huh.
Yeah.
Okay, so that extra long bolt is actually for the Street Fighter, as they mentioned in the instructions. One thing I noticed that was pretty funny. Look at this. Remove the screw of the OEM cover and remove it. Okay. So yeah, we're gonna just repeat the process for these guys and then we should be good to go. Okay. The O-ring is in. He's gonna add the most important part of the whole entire thing.
I cleaned and lubed that O-ring, and the other one's cleaned and lubed as well.
Yep, ready to go. He's gonna put this together first as it's sitting off the bike.
Figure out where the top is. Typically this is on top, so you can see it. Something like that.
Oh, okay, yeah.
And I think there is, let's see, this goes here, like that.
Uh-huh.
Then we'll put the screws in there.
Look how cool that looks.
This bolt here, we thought,
I mentioned
we're
it.
like, oh, did you?
Yeah.
I wasn't paying attention.
Over there when I was, for the Street Fighter.
Street Fighter, yeah. I'm like, why did they give us a big fat bolt? But this is the first time that I'm doing this on a V2. It's always V4s.
Yeah.
And it's a little bit different of a setup. I suppose that the V2 has something that mounts to it that requires a longer bolt.
The Street Fighter, you mean?
Yeah. Isn't that what I said?
No, you just said V2.
Oh, V2 Street Fighter.
We're doing a V2 Panigale.
Yep.
But
wow, that looks really good with the red and black.
This together, yeah. That's what I said. We've never done. We always just do all black usually. So this is our first time doing colors, which is really cool. All right, everything's set up. She's ready to rock. Best part of the whole entire bike right here. No pressure. Jaret for the win. Wow, that was a beautiful thing. That really was beautiful.
Can you hand me the bolts?
Yeah.
They're over there.
So we grab the top right bolt, and he's gonna do that with all of them across the way. Oh, doesn't that need, that one needs the
Yes, the metal thingy.
You'll put it on after?
I just need something to hold it so the gasket doesn't fall out.
Yeah, that wouldn't be good.
I suppose I could have used this one and that one, but...
Well, you're not as smart as me.
I swear to
And
God.
everyone on YouTube. All right, we pulled it over. We didn't put the garage door up yet, but
It's cold.
it should be all ready to go. But this is the moment of truth. God, it looks so good on there. All right. Here we go. Okay, so it looks like everything's working properly. I was saying I've never seen the oil stick like that, and Dad was saying it's just because it's cold in the garage right now. We don't have the wood stove on or anything like that, but it looks incredible, and it's gonna look even better once all that's back together. Yeah, all the black surrounded. So our goal is, off camera, Dado's gonna put the whole bike back together, all the fairings basically, and then he's just gonna, you know, test it, start it up, make sure everything is working properly and is ready to be ridden. And then tomorrow, which is Friday for us, well, I guess for everyone, we're gonna take it out for a ride. The first ride with the Acra full titanium exhaust system, the high flow filter, and the clear clutch. We wanna test everything, make sure that it works. If it all goes well, then Saturday, the following day, I think Dado's not able to come, but I'm gonna take it to the dyno and to Warhorse, and we're gonna have the Acra up map installed, and then we'll put it on the dyno and find out how much horsepower it makes. Normally I like to wait until the bike's done to put on the dyno, but the bike's probably gonna be done in the dead of winter, and we're probably not gonna get any more 50-degree days for a bunch of months. So I think now's a good time to just throw it on there and see what it makes. But I think that's it. So don't forget, you can enter to win this bike, help support this project, patreon.com/Campisi Customs is always the first link in the description below. If you guys enjoyed the video, give it a big old juicy thumbs up, subscribe for more, and we'll see you all in the next one. Peace.